I lost a client.
Oh,
Um, I she keeps telling me, okay,
I'm applauding you because sometimes we have to lose clients because they're not our ideal clients.
well, so she keeps telling me that it's for all these other reasons that have nothing to do with me. She wanted, we're virtual and she wanted somebody who was local and close to her. She wanted, to kind of go a different direction. She has all these different things of like, hey, it's because of these things, and has told me, I credit you with getting these started. You've done these great things for us already. And she said these things, but all I can think is, well, I didn't give her enough attention. Well, I didn't give her what she was wanted. Like I failed. I lost the client. I didn't have a partnership and I lost a client. You know what I mean? Like it's that difference in language, um, which is just telling me that you're not doing the right stuff. You're not in the right place. It's not for you.
So I applaud that you're taking this seriously and not saying, well, screw her. Good riddance. Because it means there is no failure. There is experience. There is no failure. There's experience. We tried something, didn't work out. The best thing to do is to do what I call Monday morning quarterbacking and write down everything that was good that happened, and then write down everything that was bad that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really, really good to take these as learning opportunities. I had this happen to me once. I was trying to pitch a client. I had a great entree, got in with him. He was kind of sitting on the fence. And eventually he said, I'm not going to go with you because your website sucks. This is when I just started out with my own business. And if you can't even get your website right, what makes you think you can do anything for me? And here's the thing, he was right.
Mm,
I'd failed in signing a new client, but look what I learned.
fair.
I took that learning. So the first thing is there anything I can get out of this?
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to get a new website out of this. So I did. I made a new website for myself. So that's the first thing. The second thing is this person your ideal client? And most times your ideal client doesn't leave you.
Fair.
Okay. So
Yeah.
for whatever reason, and we could go into that in some detail outside of this,
Yeah.
she was not your ideal client. And it helps you hone in on who is my ideal client. Is it somebody who's local, right? Is it someone who, or do I need to or get to give more hand holding, right? But I think that if you look at from a sort of a 360 perspective of what did I do right? What did I do wrong? What can I learn from this? And don't go too far afield of like who you are and what you're doing. Um, I mean, you and I have talked about this. It may help you hone in on a new product for people. Maybe there's a new service level you can provide for them. They just need that setup. They don't need the ongoing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I, what I've learned is what feels like failure at the time often isn't. It's experience giving you something new to work with that just feels painful at the time.
Yeah. I like that perspective though. It's what it all comes down to is our lovely friend imposter syndrome, where
Exactly.
everything that
Exactly.
happens just sort of puts another nail in that door of it's imposter. You're not in the right spot. You're doing the wrong thing. You don't actually belong here. Go back to what you were doing before. And honestly, I've heard too that that's kind of why we self-sabotage a little bit, because if I self-sabotage and I procrastinate or I don't do something, to the full level that I
You've
know I
made it all come
should,
true. You were right all the time.
because then I know exactly the outcome. I know and I can predict the outcome. So it's more comfortable to self sabotage and give in to my imposter syndrome. Is that gross or what?
It unfortunately is human nature. And, there have been a lot of cute sayings about it. Um, and I think our ego takes over and wants us to be right. And to be right might mean that we get to fail. It's like, yeah, see, you couldn't do that.
Mm, yep. Yep. You can't do that. And you know exactly how it's going to come out. Yep, they're going to say, hey, this could be a little bit better next time, or you're
Here's
going to run
here's
out of
the
time.
other little learning
Yeah.
about success, right? Everyone thinks success is a straight line. It's a straight slope going up. And if you talk to any successful business person, or you hear on the Guy Raz interviewing people on how I built that, it is a very crooked path to success.
Yeah.
There is a success and then a failure, and then another success and then a failure, and then another success and then a failure. And my point is, everyone gets knocked down at least once. And this is why I do my executive interviews, because everyone gets knocked down, everyone gets fired, everyone has these things happen to them. The important part is what you do next.
Mm.
When do you get up? How do you get up? And what do you do next? You know, it's the boxer who gets down, but he gets back up again.
Right.
What's really important is what you do with that knockdown.
Agreed. I like that. Now let me figure out what to do with this knockdown. Would you also like to tell me what to do?
Go find another client.
Yeah. Right away.